Welcome back, folks, to the WP-Tonic show. It's episode 305. I've got a great guest here. I've got Greg Jeffries of SEO Affiliate Domination. Craig, would you like to quickly introduce yourself to the listeners and viewers?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for having me on the show, first of all. And yeah, it's just great to be here. I've been involved in like the online marketing space for about 10 years now. So it's just, it's been, like we were saying before the call, it's been kind of a longer journey for me, but, everybody's got their own little timeline of, getting to where they're at. And it just took me a little bit longer than most people, but all that matters is that I'm here now. So it was totally worth it.
That sounds great. Before we go into the main interviews, folks, I would like to tell you about one of our great sponsors of the show, and that's Lifter LMS. And now Lifter LMS is one of the premier plugins to help turn your membership website. If you've got a large one, it's a learning management system plugin. And I would say it's one of the best ones on the market for WordPress at the present moment. And they've got a great team as well. Basically, they have different bundles of premier add-ons, and they're offering a 15% discount if you go to the website and use the word WP-Tonic, all one word, and you'll get 15% off everything on their website, and that's a pretty good offer. So use that, folks. So, Craig, affiliate marketing, obviously we have a bit of an emphasis around membership sites, learning management sites, the owners. Would you like, how can somebody that's got a membership site utilize affiliate marketing to help that kind of business, Craig?
Yeah, so it's really just comes down to creating content. So whether it's maybe a YouTube channel or whether it's hosted on WordPress or another platform out there that's like a Kajabi or something that has a blog element tied to it, you can create blog posts, and from having that content out there, that's going to grab organic traffic and pull it to the site. And then you can, of course, since they're on a page of your site or your blog, the root domain, that will kind of lead them back to the root domain, which could be the course. And so that's a really simple way to drive organic traffic. So whatever it is you're teaching about, whatever that niche or topic is, so you can just write content about that particular topic. I like to focus on longer tail keywords. So you can use a tool like keywordtool.io to just type in like a root keyword. It's going to give you a long list of long tail keyword suggestions that people are actually typing into the search engines. And you can use that as a starting point to create, the titles and the content of your blog post or your YouTube videos. And I just think of them as tiny little hooks. And the more hooks you have out there, the more, fish you're going to catch, or the more visitors you're going to pull into your site. It's really that simple. A lot of people just overlook the longer tail keywords because they think that because they get a little bit of traffic that they're not worth going after. But, everybody always is asking me the same questions of like, well, how do I get started with very little money? And that's the way. And by going after a lot of lower competition keywords, naturally you're going to start to rank for more competitive ones, because it's almost like because you are drawing in traffic from or just getting traffic period, it's like Google sees that and it rewards you by sending you even more traffic that's sometimes a lot more competitive. So
that's great, Greg. I'd like to focus on the affiliate marketing side of it. So if you've got a reasonable price course, how can you use affiliate marketing to help you, Craig?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. Just create lots of long tail content, whether it be YouTube videos or blog posts about that content, and basically just provide value. People are typing in those specific search queries because they want a solution to their problem. And if you can kind of briefly address it to the best of your ability, and then kind of lead them back to your course. Like if you want more information about like a full course on how to do X, Y, Z, I answered this, 5-minute question, but if you want like a full A to Z training on how to, whatever, maybe make a full-time income doing affiliate marketing, and then check out my course, click the link below or whatever to find out more. And that would just, you're creating a pipeline or a funnel to funnel people from the search engines to your website, or search engines to your YouTube video to your course. So you're just building a massive pipeline. Eventually it's going to bring in steady results. So
yeah. Have you got any experience about, somebody's got a reasonable price course and they offer a bit of commission for other people to promote their course and be an affiliate marketer for that course? Have you got any experience in that area, Craig?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what I do. And then Mike, I have a course and I have an affiliate program as well, because I teach people how to do affiliate marketing through SEO. And so naturally, since I'm teaching them how to do that and I have an affiliate program, I want them to promote my course as well.
Well, that's great. So have you got any insights about some of the mistakes people do that you see a lot of people do quite often when they're initially looking at setting up an affiliate scheme to try and promote their course and product? You got any mistakes that you regularly see people making?
SEO is kind of a long-term game. So think of it like that. A lot of people want quick results. And while you can get quicker results with SEO by doing more kind of like shady or black hat, and what I translate black hat stuff is basically creating content in a way that looks unnatural, or backlinks that look unnatural. So as long as you're creating and publishing content in a natural way, or building links in a natural, consistent way, I don't care how many pieces of content or how many links you're building, as long as it's consistent, it shouldn't raise too many red flags. But I think where people get mess up when they start with SEO is that they try to get really sloppy. So as long as you're producing quality content consistently, you're going to be good for the long term, which is what the whole goal of SEO anyway. It's like, if it's going to take time, so you might as well build it right from the beginning. And you don't have to really overthink optimization, all that stuff. It's just, make sure your keywords that you're targeting are in the title of the YouTube video or the title of the blog post, and really just create content for humans. So whether it's the video or the blog post, I don't think or over optimize on how many times that keyword is used in the blog post itself. I just try to answer that question to the best of my ability and write for a human. I'm not trying to keyword stuff for a robot or anything like that. It's just write it for a human, create value, and that's going to pay off in the long term, because people can tell, the difference between something that was spun or written for a robot and something that was actually written like me talking to you.
Yeah, it's great. In our pre-live chat, I think we had some agreement about where WordPress fits in with these fully hosted learning management systems or membership portals. Would you agree with what I said to you before, that I actually think you might be better off looking for a fully hosted solution initially than go with WordPress? What's your thoughts around that?
Yeah, there's a lot of great solutions out there, like the Kajabis and Teachables and Thinkific and stuff. So I would definitely recommend starting at one of those places. And then you can always transition later to a self-hosted WordPress solution. It's kind of the same thing as you mentioned, e-commerce or drop shipping. So, it's easier to get into the game by drop shipping or using a platform like Shopify. But eventually, once you find something that's working, you want to keep more of the profits. So you want to eventually manufacture the things yourself and bring everything in-house so that you keep more of the profits. So it's the same concept. You don't, you may not want to be paying Kajabi a couple $100 a month when you can buy a WordPress solution that maybe is a one-time price and be done with it, and you keep more of the profits and stuff. So
do you think there's any kind of SEO consequences in utilizing some of these fully hosted solutions?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't look at things that closely, but I really don't think so. I mean, the way I see it is content. So as long as there's relevant content on the page, and that content's gonna get indexed, and if there's no other content on the internet for that, and that's the best piece of content for that search query, Google should rank it.
And what kind of the volume of content? What have you found based on your own experiences? How much time and effort around content production do you really have to? You've got to be realistic about how much content. I suppose you're going to say the more you can do it, the better. But I'm just thinking some parameters, really.
Yeah. So yeah, like you said, the more you can do, the better. You don't really have to. There's a couple of different directions. So really, the two I kind of narrow it down to is you can either write smaller pieces of content but larger volume, or spend a lot of time on writing a really long, well thought out piece of content, but that takes a long time. So with the longer pieces of content, maybe one a week. So it's really it comes down, in my experience, to consistency. So I don't care if you're writing a post a day or a post a week, just stay consistent. It's like Google seems to like and reward sites that are updated frequently. I prefer to write smaller pieces of content just because it's easier for me, so I can stick to that schedule every day. So I can write we're talking about maybe a couple hundred words. I don't generally write like a 5,000, 10,000 word article, just because it takes a longer block of time for me to sit down and focus and do that. So I can crank out, a couple of 100-word article in an hour or so, and I can do that every single day, and it's not, I can stick to that schedule basically. So you really just have to decide what works best for you. I know a lot of people on this call, they probably have kids and a full-time job and stuff, so it's probably going to be easier for them starting out to just produce maybe one or two smaller pieces of content a day or every other day. But as long as they stick to that consistent schedule, eventually it's going to start to compound, and if they just stick with it, it's going to continue to grow. But the way that people mess up is they write one piece of content and they wonder why they're not getting traffic. It's like, it's one piece of content. You need more than that to get the ball rolling.
Oh, that's great. We're going to go for a break, folks, and when we come back, we're going to be delving into affiliate marketing some more and some other interesting subjects. We'll be back in a few moments. Hey, Craig, I really want to go into the affiliate marketing side about the actual mechanics of how much commission you really got to offer. Does it really work? Are they areas that you're happy to talk about, Craig?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And also, are there some of the WordPress plugins that you could advise that people look at if they want to set up an affiliate scheme for? Are you happy to talk about those?
Yeah, there's only a couple that I use, but yeah.
And there's some fully hosted providers as well in affiliate marketing, aren't there?
Yeah.
Can you talk about those as well?
Like we're talking about the Kajabis and things like that?
No, around affiliate marketing. They what I mean. But what I mean, there's there's a couple of companies that I've forgotten the name of the main one, that you sign up, and I think you have to put $500 in, and they've got a whole network of affiliates. You set up how much commission you're going to give for if they sell your product and service, and it's a fully hosted service. Do you know what I'm talking about there?
Like share a sell or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh, okay.
Are you okay about talking about that?
Yeah, sure.
All right, that's great. We're coming back, folks. We've had a bit of chat with Craig. We're going to delve back into affiliate marketing. I want to go because a lot of people, hear about affiliate marketing. Let's say you got a course for $500, and you want to promote it. So basically, you offer like 20%. Or 30% or a fixed amount. If somebody you give them an affiliate link, and if somebody goes to your website and then buys that course, they will get a percentage. Can you go into the mechanics of setting up something like that, and what some of the WordPress plugins that you can utilize to help you do that, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different options out there for setting up your own affiliate program. You could either self-host it. So there are solutions like, I'm trying to think of it. I forget, but there's some self-hosted solutions if you want to manage that program yourself.
Yeah, I think the leading is Pippin Weirs. Is it affiliate WP, isn't it?
That may be one of them. I'm trying to think of another one. I think it starts with a D or something, but can't quite think of it. Yeah, so you can self-host it, or you can go on these networks like ClickBank or Commission Junction or ShareASell. And the cool thing about tapping into one of those networks or signing up with those networks is that you get kind of access to a network of affiliates rather than having to manually go out there and recruit them yourselves. You show up in these affiliate network marketplaces and people can find you. So it kind of helps. And then, if you want to go a step further, you can hire an affiliate manager or an affiliate management company to go out there and kind of recruit affiliates for you. But you may not have the resources or the budget in the beginning. So you may want to do one of these self-hosted solutions and stuff.
You gave us about 3 names. Is there one particular one of those 3 that you mentioned that if you were starting off that you would start off with, or do you think they're all very similar?
I think Commission Junction is probably the biggest. I like ShareASell. It seems with ShareASell, it's mostly physical products. And then digital, if you're going to go like all digital, a product like an information product or a membership site, ClickBank might be a good option. They have a lot of digital products. But yeah, you just want to, I like those platforms from an affiliate side and also from kind of a vendor side, because it kind of takes the load off of you having to manage the payment side. Because like as an affiliate, I know that I'm going to get paid from ClickBank. I know that I'm going to get paid from Commission Junction and ShareASell because I'm getting paid through through the network, not through the company directly. So as an affiliate, one of the frustrating things is sometimes you'll promote a product or service, and if it's self-hosted, you're kind of at the mercy of that company, aka maybe like one person that runs that plugin to pay you, and they may or may not pay you. So I feel a little bit more confident in networks because they're either going to pay or they're generally going to pay you. So I have that confidence. Whereas when you're like another network is JVZoo, they have a lot of digital products and softwares and stuff. But the downside to JVZoo is you're usually dealing with individuals, which a lot of time I've got a lot of pending payments that I haven't ever been paid out. And so it's really frustrating. So you promote something, you make a sale, and you never get paid. So that's kind of the bad side of the like affiliate marketing.
They definitely, some of these companies that we've mentioned, because it's area, because of that, I thought you were the guide, and you've just shown that you are, to give some really great advice on this. But I think what you've been saying, you definitely want to go with one of these companies if you can afford it, because you're just exposing yourself to an enormous network of people that could promote your product and your course, aren't you?
Yeah, and as far as the commissions, generally, if it's a digital product, the kind of standard rate is about 50%. If you've got like a SaaS, maybe 40%. But some of these digital products, like on ClickBank, they sometimes pay out even higher, like 60 or 75%, just because it's a digital product. It doesn't cost me any more money to deliver it, and as the affiliate, I want to incentivize you to promote it. So I want to give you as much of that as possible, because I'm not paying anything to advertise it. So even if I get 25%, that's 25% extra that I didn't have to pay paid advertising. So
That is true. So as you set yourself up with one of these networks, but the affiliates in these networks, when a new course or a new digital product is promoted, I would imagine they've got a section for new products that have come on board that month or that week. I don't know.
right.
What gets you excited about a particular, if you're looking at a new digital product that you might decide to promote, as a professional affiliate, what would get you to think, yeah, I'm going to try and plug that? Is it really good graphics, good descriptions, the basics? Do a lot of people not provide really good graphics?
Yeah, I mean, I look at kind of everything, but mostly I look at the kind of like the long-term use of the strategy, if it's an information product or if it's a software plugin, like how I can use it as part of maybe a bigger strategy. So, one of the most effective ways to promote products and services as an affiliate is to provide some sort of bonus. So if I can come up with a unique bonus to give them like the strategy for how to use that plugin, so that rather than just say, go buy this plugin, good luck. It gives them more of an incentive to buy it, because they're like, oh, Greg's going to give me a really cool strategy of how to use it to therefore make more money, ideally make way more than my money back that I spent on it. So I want to buy it through Greg's affiliate link, because he's going to give me this bonus.
How did that work? As you were speaking, Craig, I was wondering how that could work with an online course, but I was wondering if this might have any relevance, really. Like, I was thinking, let's say you had a course on photography, digital photography, very popular, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And you got a really great course about a specific model, camera, or a technique, and you're promoting that. As the affiliate, would you look at similar courses and do a write-up of the 3 best digital courses, online courses, and as long as you thought the person that you were linked to affiliate was honestly offered the best course, you could then say, yes, I'm getting an affiliate commission from it, but this is honestly, I feel, for these reasons which you map out in your article, this is the best course on the market at the present moment. Am I on the right track there?
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't like to think of myself as a salesman, and that's probably what scares a lot of people away from affiliate marketing, but you don't have to be. It's just like everybody is naturally a good storyteller and a seller of things that you like anyway. So like if you really enjoyed a movie or you really like a particular restaurant, you naturally share that with somebody. So if you're passionate about photography or affiliate marketing or whatever, basket weaving or something, you're naturally going to talk about that thing to other people. So you can, if you find a good product or resources that complements that skill or that niche, then it's just natural to tell other people about it. So just talk about it like you're sharing it to a friend that if you're passionate about that thing, then you can wholeheartedly endorse and recommend this particular product or service or membership site.
How big has YouTube got? Do you see a lot of people in this area of affiliate marketing? You know, they make income by writing about writing. Do you see a lot of them also going into YouTube and making videos?
Yeah, tons. And there's a massive edge for people that decide to go into YouTube because most people are too scared to make a video. So for the people that actually take action and follow through, even if they don't think they're very good, they're way ahead of the people that are too scared, because I mean, the competition is really small is what I'm trying to communicate, because you know, most people they're either too scared, or maybe they don't, for whatever reason, they think they don't have the money for a microphone or screen recording software. There's all kinds of excuses. So if you just take the leap of faith and just start creating content, you're going to get better over time, and you can edit out all the ahs and ums and your mess ups and stuff, and just keep creating content, and eventually, yeah, you're going to get some traction. So yeah, there's tons of people doing affiliate marketing with YouTube videos, because it's a very interactive, engaging medium as opposed to just text on a page on a blog post.
I think that's great. We're going to wrap up the podcast part of the show, folks, and but Greg's been generous and he's going to stay on, and we're going to delve some more in this area that I don't know that much about, so I've been fascinated by this conversation, actually. Craig, how can people get hold of you and learn more about this whole subject and what you're up to, basically, Craig?
Yeah, so if they want to learn more about affiliate marketing and how to make money with affiliate marketing with SEO, they can check out my course. It's called SEOaffiliatedomination.com. So you can just go there. And if you have any questions, there's places to reach out to me on the site. So, yep.
That's great. I really enjoyed the conversation. And if you want to learn more about WP-Tonic and how we managed to help you with your membership website or learning management system, go to WP-Tonic. We've got a load of new articles coming up. Just published one great article last week, but we've got a couple of other articles coming up, and we've had some great interviews recently. Just go to the WP-Tonic website. It's all there for you. You can feast on it. And if you're feeling really generous, give us a iTunes review for the podcast. I just love reading them, and it does really help the show, and iTunes just loves it. So we'll see you next week, where we'll have somebody doing something interesting with WordPress, online marketing, or membership websites. We'll see you next week, folks. Bye. Right. So is there anything in the online marketing world that's got you really interested recently, like in the last couple of months, that's taken your eye? Is there anything in general that you want to...
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. But just kind of on that note, though, it's one way to get a lot of success in a short amount of time is to kind of pay attention to trends. So, because that a lot of times it's kind of like, if you've heard of launch jacking, so you're riding on the tailcoats of like a product launch. They happen all the time. So, there's the toy, the most popular toy of the year, or maybe that's a up and coming actor or actress, or there's movies coming out every single year. So those are just a couple of examples. But yeah, just if you can pay attention to just the news and what's happening and popular news, there's obviously whatever's advertised in the media or online or on the radio or on television. If there's ads being shown, there's going to be correlating searches that people are typing in on Google and stuff. So you can ride those trends, capture some of that traffic, and really send it to almost anywhere. But that's a really simple way to get a lot of traffic. And then you can promote. If those particular products that are advertised on TV also have affiliate programs, then it's just a really simple way to kind of slide in as affiliate, promote it, make a lot of money quickly, and then do it for the next one. Like, a couple of years ago, or even last year when crypto and Bitcoin was going up, 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 up. There's Coinbase and all these other crypto wallets that have affiliate programs. And so just referring people to those platforms, you can make a lot of money. And while you're riding that trend, I'm sure Bitcoin and stuff, it'll bounce back, but it's kind of dipped this year so far. But that's just one example. But yeah.
So,
At the moment, I'm mostly focusing on my own stuff, which is why I'm not really paying attention to the trends and stuff. But for people starting out, just kind of pay attention, be aware of what's happening.
It's a kind of linked question. What are some of the online resources or people in general that you really listen to, when they've got a new post? Or are there actual online resources that you really go to yourself on a regular basis to learn more about your craft, really, Craig?
Sadly, at this point, I don't, because over the years, I've spent so much energy going to all these different resources. I don't have like a go-to blog or YouTube channel at the moment. I just kind of, honestly, it's really my Facebook news feed. So I've kind of crafted my friends list into people that I actually care about. And so whatever pops up in my news feed, maybe it's a video they shared or a resource, I pay attention to that. So that's really my central focus for new products. And I pay attention a lot, maybe people ignore regular, normal people ignore the ads. I actually pay attention to the ads on Facebook because I see it as, like that the next thing or whatever. So it's a new product or service that I haven't heard of. And a lot of times those products or services, they'll have affiliate programs. So while other marketers might be seeing the ads, I feel like I'm one of the smaller, one of the fewer people that actually click the ad, see if they have an affiliate program, and I'll go ahead and start promoting it before everybody else hops on it. So just pay attention. So that's how you catch those trends before they really explode. You slide in before they get really competitive. It's kind of like catching Groupon or Airbnb or Uber before they get huge. All three of those have affiliate programs. So, if you could get in and start promoting it before it takes off, then you're going to step in front of all that traffic and probably get a lot of referrals and earn a lot of money before it really becomes mainstream.
What about Instagram? Have you got any kind of experience around that, or and what's your thoughts about Instagram?
I don't have a ton of, I haven't done a lot with Instagram. I'm just now starting because I've got a friend that's really, crushing it at Instagram. And I thought it kind of peaked a couple of years ago, but according to him, he was like, oh no, it's only continuing to grow. And it's got less restrictions than a lot of other paid traffic sources, and it's cheaper traffic. So, I would definitely encourage people to hop on Instagram and buy shout outs and get, from other influencers to get a lot of traffic that way, because it's really cheap traffic compared to Google pay-per-click or Facebook ads. And there's a lot of traffic, and it's high quality too. So I don't have a lot.
I definitely think the two networks that I hear a lot of people talking about really is YouTube, because especially their analytics, they've seemed to have really done a lot of changes to their YouTube AdWords analytical dashboards. And also Instagram. I see YouTube and Instagram. I see a lot of professional marketers really talking about those two platforms the most recently.
Yeah, those are two good ones because they have a massive amount of traffic, and it's still, even though they've been around for a couple of years to advertise on, it's still pretty wide open. Like they don't have a ton of rules and regulations and stuff. So there's a lot of opportunity to.
What do you see the Twitter? Do you think, because it seems it's not gone away, and of course, obviously, with our present president, and
Yeah.
he's twittering. It's promoted Twitter quite a lot, but it hasn't seemed to have grown. Do you think is that a network that's still going to be around, but hasn't really grown, or do you think there is still some potential for Twitter?
I've never thought too highly of Twitter. I know there's a lot of celebrities that have had success and grown accounts and get paid for shout outs and things like that. But, and, you know, in the last couple of years, Twitter finally introduced Twitter ads. But I, I would say most of the time I don't hear anybody talk about it, but then there's one or two marketers that I know of that have used it and spoke really highly of it. So while I don't know, it's like there's some targeting that you can do on Twitter that you can't do on other platforms. So every platform has their pluses and minuses, but
thinking about it really, Craig, what you really got to do is if you got audience, you've got to find your target audience. If you've got a membership site, or it doesn't really matter. Whatever, if you've got a website and you got a targeted audience normally, haven't you? You got to find where those people hang out online. Really, it's that simple. Really, it could be. That's what you got to find out, where your target audience are hanging out. Really, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. So I mean, if your target audience is on Twitter, then definitely advertise on Twitter.
So that's what you really got to really delve into. Try and find, where your target audience is hanging out, and then provide content that has value to them. Either you're selling your own product or you're selling other people's products. You've got to add value, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, I think we'll wrap this conversation. It's opened the world of affiliate marketing. I wanted to get somebody on because it's not a subject that we've not really covered in any kind of detail at all. And you really helped that, Craig, and I really appreciate you coming on the show and give us some insight in this whole area.
Yeah, thanks again for having me on the show.
We're going to wrap it up now, folks. I'd like to say we'll be back next week with another, hopefully, insightful guest. We'll see you soon, folks. Bye.